Hello everyone, and welcome to Enlightened World Network. We're so glad you have joined us, and please help us to share this out as you join in. We are doing today a seventh generation clearing. This will be the next to the last one, so we're so glad that you had the opportunity to catch us here live today. And tomorrow it will be at 11 o'clock a.m. right here on Enlightened World Network. So I just want to share with you this seven generation healing and clearing of energy was inspired by the seventh generation principle that has been taught to us by the Native Americans and other indigenous tribes that say that in every decision, whether it be personal, governmental, or corporate, we must consider how it will affect our descendants seven generations into the future so that the sky, the fields, the waters, the mountains will be safe for them here to enjoy. To live by this principle, we should ask prior to any undertaking how it will affect the land, the water, the air, the animals, the birds, the plants, and the future for our children, seven generations into the future. I've done this many times myself individually, and I've done it in groups, and I've connected with the Cherokee Native Americans on my mother's side and the Irish on my father's side. It's very interesting to go back into the ancestral line and clear the energy there. It's my hope that we can all at some point realize that we are just one ancestry, that we can see each other as one in our eyes as God does. So, as we clear this energy, let's set that as our main intention, that by clearing the energy throughout the ancestral line, we're going to affect seven generations into the future that can come together to see each other in our equality. The process that we use here is designed to shift the energies of both the mother and the father bloodlines back at least seven generations to clear any pattern of abuse, emotional suppression, helplessness, violence, or war, and then to send healing back to that energy as well as forward seven generations to our children's children. So now breathe in and relax. And with that breath, breathe in light from the universe around you in each direction. Breathe in light and love into your body. As you breathe this in, see it going into your bones, your blood cells, and your DNA. On your out breath, just release any energy that does not belong to you back to the universe. You are a child of the universe, and you have a right to be here. Feel the support of the light from the universe around you, releasing anything that can be released from your body back to the light. Now, in addition to the intention that was stated earlier for us all to clear that energy, for us to be able to see each other as equals, let's set another intention for you personally. Is there something that you want to release? Maybe it's a specific emotion or anything of low vibration that's no longer serving you. Is it to cut ties with the ancestral energy that's holding you back? Or something altogether different? Whatever your personal intention is, focus on that now so that it's clear in your mind as we start to call in our angels. I call upon our angels to begin to seal the energy around you. First, I call in Archangel Raphael, the angel of air, And Raphael brings the emerald green fire, clearing and cleansing your energy field. Imagine you can call this fire into the body itself, into the bones, doing a clearing and a cleansing there, into the blood, and into every layer of the light body. This emerald green fire is in your energy field. Breathe that in. And now let's call in Michael, Archangel Michael, the angel of fire, the guardian protector, the energy of electric blue fire. We're calling that right now into your body of bone and blood, into your cells, your DNA, and every layer of your light field. Now breathe that in and envision Archangel Michael's sword right before you in front of your heart chakra. This sword neutralizes any lower frequency energies from entering your energy field. Now place the sword at the back of your heart, protecting your back space, and then place it at the left side and the right side of your energy field. Now place it above your head, pointing upwards, and below your feet, pointing downward, so your energy field is protected from 6 directions. And now place the sword within your heart, covering all 7 directions with the protection of Archangel Michael. And now let's call in Archangel Gabriel, the Archangel of Water. Gabriel brings the diamond white fire, and he wraps this fire around you as if it were a cloak. This fire can absorb lower frequency energy from your energy field and pull them out. So breathe in and allow this process to happen now. And now let's call in Uriel of the earth. The energy is ruby red fire. So invite that energy into your body, into your bones, your blood, and every cell of your body. The ruby red fire clears lower frequency energies. Now you have 4 angels around you, 4 energies of angelic fire, emerald green, electric blue, diamond white, and ruby red. Ask the angels to open and expand your energy field and then call upon your higher self to be present. Call for the consciousness of your body to be present and engaged as you do this work. Breathe in and call your guides, your higher self, and the angels, and allow this to happen. And as this is happening, we have 500,000 earth angels that are now coming in to help with this process, to hold each one of us doing the release for the ancestors and for the energy of those in the ancestral line. Feel their presence. It's powerful. You may have even heard as they came into the room, you might have heard the sound as they approached you, because each one of us has an earth angel, at least one earth angel standing right beside of us right now. Now let's call in from above us Metatron. Metatron brings the golden white crystalline grid, which contains every shape that exists in the universe that God has created. He brings this into the room above your head, sealing the space and allowing golden white light to pour down the walls, clearing and cleansing the walls of the room you are sitting in, and sealing also beneath your feet. So you are sitting in a great cube of golden white fire, Metatron's cube. And let's ask Metatron to please intensify that fire to protect your room from interference, protecting the space around you, the lower frequency energies, or any openings to lower dimensions. As this is happening, I call to Sandalphon from below with the crystalline 5D grid of the earth to rise up into the room with silver white fire. This energy comes up to your feet, and the chakras of your feet open up as two great spheres of light, one on each foot. Feel that energy and breathe in the energy of this 5D grid, bringing that light up to your root chakra. And watch as that opens up now as one great sphere of light. As you breathe in this energy, release anything else, anything that's not serving you. And now let's breathe that light again and bring it all the way up to the sacral chakra, and watch as this chakra opens up as one great sphere of light. As you breathe that in, release anything else, any other energies that's not supporting you. With your next breath, breathe light into the body, into your solar plexus chakra from this grid, and see that chakra opening up, opening as one great sphere of light. And as you breathe that into that chakra, release anything that's in there that's a barrier for you to own your power, to know your worthiness. Now breathe in that light again from the grid and breathe it all the way up to your heart chakra. And watch as this heart center opens up as one great sphere of light, breathing in that crystalline grid energy and releasing all other energies as we anchor that light there in your heart. And let it be our prayer that there is only love that can exist here in our heart center. Now, while this is happening, let's ask Metatron to bring that golden white fire from the crystalline grid down, bringing it through your crown chakra, and watch as the crown chakra opens up in one great sphere of light to take in this energy. Breathe out with your out breath anything that's no longer serving your higher purpose. You may feel this energy moving right now at that crown level. Just allow it to open and release. Now breathe in that light from the grid again and watch as it goes down to your third eye chakra, the brow chakra, which opens up as one great sphere of light and releases any other energy there that's not serving you. And now breathe in this light and watch as it goes to your throat chakra, and watch that chakra open up as one great sphere of light. Every chakra coming into alignment. Release anything that you feel there in the throat chakra that's not serving you. If you need to clear your throat, if you need to cough, this is energy moving out from you. Now breathe in the crystalline light again, and let's breathe it down into the heart chakra. Let's anchor it in there with the other energies from the earth and release everything else. Everything is being released except love. Hold that energy of love in your heart. And let's connect with our higher selves. Ask your higher self to open the inner channel between the core of the earth and the core of the sun. Allow the flow of light into your body, the light from the earth and the light from the sun flowing through you so you can become a clear channel for the light. Now expand that channel, allowing more light into your body. And ask your higher self to increase the power and increase the potential of your body to hold that light so that you can become a more radiant being of light and hold more energy and more light on the earth plane. While all of this is happening, we're calling on the ultraviolet angels and asking them to place a sphere of ultraviolet light around your energy field, and then to place a separate sphere around your Earth Star chakra, which is just beneath your feet. This will protect the chakra where the bloodline energies enter into your energy field. So now let's ask Archangel Michael and all the ultraviolet angels to seal the bloodline of your mother back 7 generations in one great chamber of light. Feel that as it happens. And let's ask Michael and the ultraviolet angels to do the same on the Father's side, to seal that energy in one great chamber of light. And now is when you begin to do your work. So take a deep breath in, and in your mind's eye, you're going to step backwards 7 times. This represents the 7 generations on your mother's side. You may get a message from these ancestors. You may just connect with their energy. Some have heard a name or heard the energy coming from them and know who they are talking to or hearing from. You might get a flash of intuition and know what your ancestors looked like or what the energy looked like in that era. In these bloodlines, there's a mixture of energy coming through. Some of it is helpful to us, but some of it is not, because it is of the 3D timeline that's been there for many, many years. And the energies coming from them are lower frequency energy and lower frequency patterns. And that's what we're going in to do the healing on. So think of any issues in your life right now that you want to release the energy of, or just feel into the energy as you connect with these ancestors and intuitively hear what is there to be released. Now let's ask the higher self and Archangel Sandalphon and all the angels holding the crystalline grid to help dissolve all agreements, cords, and attachments from your mother line that attaches to the 3D matrix of the earth, dissolving all those agreements, the records, and the attachment and shifting the whole mother line back 7 generations into the 5D grid of the earth. See this great tree line being bathed in 5D energy from the crystalline grid of the earth. And as this happens, many of these energies from the old bloodline will not like this shift in the energy. They will want to retreat back to the earth grid, and that's okay. Give permission for the energies of the mother line back 7 generations that do not wish to belong to the crystalline grid to leave. And then give permission for the new 5D energies from the crystalline grid to replace them, holding the integrity of the mother line back 7 generations. And let's take a moment to just feel the shift in the energy. Feel that 5D energy that has brought in light to these ancestors. And now, in your mind's eye, step forward 7 long strides back to your present self and breathe. Focus on your breath right now. There's some that are having a lot of emotion. For some, this clearing and connecting with these ancestors has brought up a lot of memory imprints in you that's triggered a lot of things. So let's just be gentle with ourselves as we do this work. Breathe in, and in your mind's eye, step backwards 7 times, this time representing 7 generations on your father's side. And let's ask Sandalphon and the angels and your higher self to do the same process for your father line, to clear any agreements, cords, attachments to the old earth grid, and to move the entire line back 7 generations into the crystalline 5D grid of the earth. See your father line bathed in the bloodline back 7 generations from this crystalline grid. Now, once again, there are energies in this bloodline that do not like the shift. They don't want to change. They want to stay in that 3D energy. So give permission. It's okay for any energies of the father line back 7 generations that do not wish to belong to the 5D crystalline grid to leave. And then give permission now for the new 5D energies from the grid to replace them. And this will hold the father line in high integrity and in the frequency of light back 7 generations. Take a moment here with your ancestry on the father's side. Just feel any shift, see if there's any message, anything that's happening there. And now breathe in, and with 7 long strides, you're coming back to your present self where you are sitting. As you look at these 2 trees in the earth going off at different angles, bathed in the crystalline grid of light, being transformed and shifted, also see a sphere of ultraviolet light, ultraviolet fire around the Earth Star chakra, which will neutralize any lower frequency energy coming through the bloodlines. Feel into your energy field now. See if there is a lightening of the energy and a shifting as the energies are neutralized. Some of the energy will still come through from the bloodline, but this is energy that is helpful to you. For all of those which are not helpful, give permission to dissolve the energy with the violet fire. Give permission for the light to intensify around both the mother and the father line and bathe and shift that whole bloodline from a 3D to a 5D bloodline so that the energy that you project forward into the future to your descendants is of the highest frequency. Now, as you have now felt into the energy of your ancestors on both the mother line and the father line, let's just pause a moment and say a prayer of forgiveness. And as we feel into the energy of forgiveness, it's really the energy of love as we release. And one of the best ways to do a forgiveness is to use a prayer that was brought to us from the people of Hawaii, the beautiful Ho'oponopono prayer. There's 4 phrases which say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Take a moment to repeat these words and recognize that it's not about any person. Forgiveness is about releasing the energetic impact of anything that transpired. So whatever happened during that time frame in those 7 generations, we are forgiving the energy and releasing that energy to be transmuted into positive. So again, those words are, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And now let's neutralize all patterns from the family line that do not serve you or your descendants. We're going to ask that all agreements, programs, and resolved energies that do not serve your highest good, your soul's path, or those of your descendants be dissolved into source light, going right to God for that white light to cover them. Cancel all vows, agreements, contracts, karmic IOU that do not serve your highest good or the good of the bloodline. Release all of these to God, to source light, both on the mother line and the father line. Now, when this is done, ask that all vows, agreements, blood covenants, karmic IOUs from beyond 7 generations that do not serve your highest path or purpose, or the highest path or purpose of the highest destiny of your bloodline, be canceled, dissolved, and released now. Take a deep breath in. This is a lot of releasing that we're doing. Dissolve all futile vows that connect to you to the energy of war or violence. Let's really release that one and breathe out any energy that's lower vibration, anywhere there was conflict. Clear and dissolve all futile vows that connect you to the energy of slavery, master, or servant. Cancel those now. Take a big breath in and release that out. Cancel any vows that disconnect you from knowing or radiating your own authentic light or walking your own true path. Clear any human animal hybrid experiment and mutation from Atlantis in the bloodline. Clear any agreements of belonging or serving the dark. Clear any agreements around extraterrestrial experimentation or alien enslavement trauma held in your human DNA. Ask the angels, your higher self, and Sandalphon to clear blood covenants in the DNA all the way down to the 5D crystalline grid of the earth. Clear any genetic karmic damage. Clear the bone marrow and all blood producing parts of the body of any genetic karmic damage. Clear any chemical interference harming the blood. Clear any disease memory in the body, any illness. Clear all memory and influence, DNA instruction, or RNA instruction that hinders the process of returning to the original template. Let's take a big breath after that one. Breathe it in and release out anything that wants to come forth. And now let's call upon Metatron and the healing teams to send a soft, healing golden light into the body. Ask this healing light be sent to all aspects of your physical body. And then see this healing light go back through your time, back to your young adult years, your adolescent years, your young child years, and back to you in the womb. Now let's send this gold healing light back to the bloodline on both your mother and your father line, sending it back 7 generations, healing the bloodline back those 7 generations as a soft, healing golden light. And now let's send it back beyond 7 generations, all the way back into infinity along both the mother and the father lines. We're sending this healing light back through hundreds and hundreds of generations. And now send this soft, healing gold light forward in time along the bloodline to help all your descendants align with the higher frequency light so that they may feel more at home and welcomed here on planet Earth. Just feel into that energy. Our future generations, our children's children, receiving that golden healing light in their DNA. Take a deep breath in. And as you release that breath, just relax. Just process what has been happening here with this release, releasing all kinds of energy, agreements, vows, contracts. And let's give some gratitude. Gratitude to all the beings who took place in this transmission, the angels, the archangels, your higher self, and guides. We thank Metatron and Sandalphon who held the grids and ask them now to release those grids, but not completely release the intensity or the energy of them. Let's thank our archangels who surrounded us: Uriel with the ruby red fire, Gabriel with diamond white fire, Michael with electric blue fire, and Raphael with the emerald green fire. And as we thank all of these beings, they step away from our energy field. Breathe in and feel the lightness now. Feel the lightening of the load, the release of energy as these bloodlines have expanded with the 5D energy. So breathe in, open up and soften and relax, and come back into the room. Come back so you're aware of your physical body, of where you are, of what you just gone through. And we're going to open up the room if anyone would like to share. And also, there have been people watching in the audience. If you would like to share, please write in the comments. We would love to hear your comments of what this meant to you, to do this clearing, to do this healing for our planet, for our future generations that are to come after us. So I'm just going to open this up, and anyone who would like to can unmute, and you can just let us know your experience, any part of it that you would like to share with us. We have a question from the live stream that wants to know, should we continue to do this? And thank you for that question. That's a wonderful question. We are doing this for 7 days in a row here at Enlightened World Network. And as you participate in this and really feel that energy movement, there may be more stuff that comes up for you. So you may want to repeat the process. All of these are housed at Enlightened World Network on YouTube. So you'll be able to go there. There's a playlist, and you can find it there to just follow along with the process. And Ruth, I see you are unmuted.
I am unmuted. Yes, I just wanted to share. So this was different for me because I've been through this several times. And each time I was able to focus on me and my lineage. And this time, because of a couple of the comments in the group, I felt the need to hold space for the group. And Divine Mother was there, and Christ was there. And I just love it because at one point they went, You can go about your way. We got this."
Right? I love that.
Right. So I loved that. But it was interesting because I was able to feel fear coming up through some of the folks that were doing this time, which felt different to me.
Right.
And then when I was released and able to focus on me a little bit, I saw, which was new to me in the Christian Crusades. And it was like, wow. So then, of course, I started asking questions. So, was I there? Yes. And I saw that I was kind of in a quasi leadership role. And I said, did I kill on behalf of Christianity? And it was yes. And it was like, wow, okay. So I've got some work to do there to
Yeah.
learn more about that and what my role was and why it was brought up to me today for me to process that. So fascinating, Terry. It's always so interesting, but I'm so proud of of any of our folks that are returning and coming in for another dose of it to see what you're going to learn and process through. So I salute all of you that are here and coming at it again. So thank you.
Oh, Ruth, that was powerful. And thank you also for helping those that were in the live stream and for holding space for them. Oh, wow, this is powerful. And it felt so powerful today as we did this. Carol, I think you're unmuted.
I am.
Hi.
This was as powerful as the first one that I did at the beginning of the week. And again, on the father side, I know been a lot of trauma and things that have gone on both sides. But when I stepped back to, I'm going to say about my great grandparents, no, even further back, I'd say great great grandparents, I felt a mother energy, and I think it was one of my great grandmothers. And when we finished on that side, the shift, it felt so much lighter.
Hmm.
It was nice.
That is awesome. You really felt that release this time.
Hmm.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing, Carol. Anyone else that would like to share your experience? We have a couple of comments on the live stream. Susan is with us, and she says, I have done a lot of work to lead up to this, and she appreciates the words and the things that were released. And she says, as I talked and we went through it, she kept saying, yes, that's a good thing to release. Yeah, I agree, Susan. We need to release all of those lower vibrations so we can all stay in that high frequency. Thank you for being with us today.
I felt so much love and support, and the release was so beautiful. And my meme and Pepe, which is my grandmother and grandfather, for I'm French Canadian, they stepped forward and they released me from the inequality and the disrespect that they had as their marriage. And my grandmother and my grandfather and my real grandfather, lineage wise, my grandmother was in a very violent relationship with my real grandfather. And they again, I felt them put their hand on my head, on my forehead, and then on my heart. And it was like they pulled it out and they let it go. And I just released it. And again, it was about inequality and disrespect and suppression and oppression. And there was so much ease in letting it go. And there was like this sound that almost came out of me, like it was just really letting it out.
Hmm.
And I could feel every ounce of their energy releasing out of me. And it just feels so good. Thank you so much. I feel so much lighter, and I feel like there was so much cleared. And I want to share what my grandmother shared on her when she left her physical body. She left me a beautiful little poem that I read to myself all the time. And it's a very powerful one. So it's, I'd like the memory of me to be a happy one. I'd like to leave an afterglow of smiles when my life is done. I'd like to have whispering softly down the ways of happy times and loving times and bright and sunny days. I'd like the tears of those who grieve to dry before the sun, of happy memories that I leave when my life is done. And I felt her literally, I felt her spirit literally pull my hand to find that message from her.
Wow, Karen, that's powerful.
And I heard her say, I have never left you. I am always with you. And I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to break this cycle for you. But you're doing it for Marissa. The cycle has been broken. And the next 7 generations will be beneficial for the pain and suffering that you went through in your life. It was so incredibly powerful. I can't put into words how grateful I am and how I wasn't even going to come into this. And Teri messaged me that this was happening. And I swear on my heart right now that my grandmother brought me here. And I just want to acknowledge her because she got me out of a very abusive relationship when I was in my teens. And then she left when she left her physical body a couple years ago, and when she was 97. But she saw how happy my marriage was, and she saw how happy my life was. And she said she was so grateful that she got to live long enough to see that. And now I felt so deserted. I felt so alone when she left her physical body. But that message saying that she's never left me was so powerful, and I'm just so grateful. Thank you so much. And thank you for all of you who are here in the Zoom. I feel your energy so beautifully. And it like uplifted me and gave me the bravery to look at what I had to look at. It's not really easy to look at these things. It's not the easiest thing to clear. But I'm so grateful that I can do this for my daughter. And I'm so grateful that I can do this for all beautiful children on the planet that are coming into the next generation. That's why I do what I do in the schools, because I need to break this cycle. It's just not right. We need equality, and we need kindness in our world. And we need it so much. And I think we really cleared something together. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you, honey. And you know, there are no accidents or coincidences.
It's gonna be okay, Karen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be a lot better now. I've just been asking to please remove everything from me that's not divine love. And I've been asking to please help me to be forgiving. It's just been so hard.
I know, honey. I know that path. And I also knew your grandmother as I channeled her for you.
And now my dad has been diagnosed with dementia, and he's not going to be coming home. He's going to have to stay in the facility. And it's a blessing because it's a wonderful facility, and the people who are taking care of him are really, really kind and loving. And he sounds happy and he sounds peaceful. So this is so great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you for participating. Our hearts are with you, honey. We are wrapping our arms around you right now. Yes.
Thank you.
Hugs.
I feel it. Thank you
Big
so much.
hugs.
I feel it.
Thank you, sweetheart. We love you. And yes, I know, I don't just believe, I know that what we're doing is making an impact. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna go back and do the recordings that you have, the replays of the 7 days, and start from the beginning.
awesome. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you.
Catherine, did you want to share before we end the live?
Yes. On my mother's side, I saw my very first descendant, and she was a shaman. And she came out of her teepee thing, and she, welcomed me. She gave me a great big hug, and she whispered in my ear, and she said, "I am so proud of you to call you one of my own." And I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional
It's
too.
okay. It's okay.
She said she's really proud of me, and you know, and that I'm like her, her I'm her family, and um, she said to keep it up, keep up the good work, and that and that she was so proud. She was just so proud of me and happy. She was free.
Hmm.
And I also saw on my dad's side Jack again, except this time he was sitting by a fire, and I went and joined him, and he gave me a hug, and said, "Welcome back. You're always welcome to come back anytime you want." And I asked him if he was one of my people that watch over me, and he said, "For certain, my dear," or something like that. And
Yeah.
yeah, so me and Jack kind of have a connection.
Yes. Yes, you do. So just build on that connection. And thank you so much for sharing. I really enjoyed hearing what you got
I
from
never
that.
I never got the name of the shaman lady, what her name was, but I know if I look her up, I'll find her.
Hmm. Yes, you will. You will. And you can keep asking her too. You can go in your meditation time and ask for that.
Okay, will
Okay.
do.
Thank you, darling. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for
Thank
having
all
me.
of you. Thank all of you for being here. Tomorrow will be the last one that we do of the 7 days. And then tomorrow at 6 p.m., sorry, at 6 p.m. tomorrow, we're going to do a debriefing for anyone who would like to join us and just process what happened and get some blessings from the angels as we move forward out of this experience and know how we can shine our light just a little brighter now that we have done so much clearing and cleansing and continue the process to bring that forward to our descendants. So, thank you all for being here. Ruth, any last words? Okay. All right. Well, tomorrow morning, I just want to remind everybody tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock is our silent meditation. And then at 11, the seventh generation healing will happen right after that. And tonight at 8 o'clock, Rising Up with Gerald Ann comes on, and our own Dr. Ruth Anderson will be with Gerald Ann tonight. So tune in and listen to this brilliant conversation that I know is going to warm our hearts. Thank you all. Have a beautiful, blessed rest of your night. I love you. Bye, everybody.